Quiet on set. Picture is up. All right, roll sound.
Rolling.
Roll cameras.
Cam's rolling.
And 3, 2.
Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome to Hank's Think Tank. Sundance Head, got him in. We're going to talk a little bit about this upcoming thing he's got going on Saturday, correct?
That's right, Saturday, June 22nd, New Caney, Texas, Bull Sallas Arena. We're going to be having the Flooded with Love relief concert. It's going to be from 5 to 10 p.m., and we have 4 headliners that are all going to play.
Okay.
It's going to be Sonny Salceda, 3-time Grammy Award-winning accordion player. Ryder Grimes, he's a 20-year-old young man. He's got a beautiful spirit. He's a wonderful singer. He's very traditional, and I think East County's going to eat this guy's lunch.
Yeah,
they're
probably so.
They're going to love him, man. And Bree Bagwell, she's all-world everything, songwriter, singer, one of the jewels that's here in the state of Texas. And myself, I'll be there with my 3-piece. I'm also going to bring my son Brazos Riverhead out.
Cool.
This will be his first time that he's ever sang on a microphone on stage. Are you nervous?
Yeah, really nervous.
No, you shouldn't be nervous. It's going to be easy, man.
Yeah, man, you got this, buddy.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to raise some awareness about the flooding around town. And
Okay.
you know, I grew up there on the West Fork. The house I grew up in and lived all my life is over there. And it was flooded in 94. They said it was a 100-year flood. We didn't have insurance then. My parents didn't, so it was a nightmare to rebuild and get back in there without insurance, you know.
Oh, yeah, man. 94 was a tough flood. It was big, huge.
So since then, it's flooded 2 more times. So the 100-year flood turned into a 7-year flood, and then it turned into a 3-year flood.
That sucks.
And then they came back to back, you know,
Yeah.
16 to 17. And 17 was the last time my parents were flooded when they were alive, and my dad didn't have insurance, and I was on an Air Force tour, so I couldn't come home and help him.
Yeah.
We were doing a Air Force tour, and I couldn't get home. It all happened so quick when that hurricane came through, you know. And by the time I was learning that there was a situation at home, I was trying to get flights, and everything was shut down.
Oh,
it
I'm
happened
sure.
that fast in 17, and the next thing I know, I'm getting phone calls from my dad and my wife, and they're telling me, "Hey, man, everything is getting moved. It's going to flood again," you know. And so that was really sad for me, because when I had left to go to The Voice, I left my home there on the West Fork, and that's the last time I actually ever seen it. I could never go back home. You know, it was ruined while I was on the road, and I just never, ever have been able – I'll never go back home, you know.
Yeah,
And
all
it
your
just
stuff's
sucks,
gone.
man. Yeah, all my stuff was gone, man.
So how deep was it?
It actually got 4 feet upstairs in 17.
Really?
Yeah, it was incredible, man. It was
Wow.
like 6 feet higher than 94.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
crazy, man. But
So all your childhood memories, all that
everything,
stuff's
man,
gone.
everything, photos, all my memorabilia and stuff like that. You know, we tried to save as much as we could. You know, whatever could get wet and dry out, we kept that didn't,
Yeah.
ruin. So man, I felt real bad about not being able to help my dad that time. But I seen what they went through, you know, and like not having insurance. Those three floods with my folks, they had people that took care of them. You know. The Cajun Navy came down and they helped one time. They did a wonderful job. There's some good folks.
Oh, yeah.
H-Town Dream Center actually, as our partner with Flooded with Love, helped my parents with one of the floods.
Okay.
But then there was one time, this last time, where he had some gentlemen come that were from a church to help him, and they stole everything. And they took advantage of my old folks and had them writing checks for things that they didn't need. And, you know, they stole money.
Man, that happens. I
And
hate
that's
that. Just
yeah, man.
sucks.
And these people, they come
Yeah.
out of the woodwork to take advantage, especially older folks, man. And that really aggravates me. And you know, so and being invested in this town as much as I am, man, I love it here, dude. And I don't ever want to leave. And I just want to see this town grow and prosper. And I want to see the people, you know, be taken care of here. And I just don't understand why. I don't understand why there's not a flood relief in the town. I mean, we're surrounded by the East Fork and the West Fork. We're literally in the middle of 2 rivers.
Right. It's almost a triangle, actually.
Yeah, and right above us, we're at the mercy of the lake and their dams. It just so why don't we have a flood relief? Obviously, they say, hey, you need to get insurance. Well, let me tell you something, man. Flood insurance, dude, if you've been flooded previously, it is very expensive.
Oh, yeah, it's high
to get
dollar. It's high dollar anyway.
and you almost can't.
You know,
and
yeah.
regular people on regular incomes, they cannot afford flood insurance, man, on top of their regular homeowners insurance. It's just it's not feasible, man.
Yeah, we can't. I've never had it.
Right, so.
And, the thing about it is, this is what I think is really weird, is places that never flooded before flooded. And so you don't know where it's at. It's a moving target.
So much growth,
Yeah, it's crazy.
And
we haven't been tested in a couple of years. So.
Right, man. And, the people, I know, like, with me especially, man, I know that that place floods and it will flood again. I know that. But I still don't want to give it up, man. It's like a piece of who I am.
I got you. Yeah,
it's everything. It's my whole life right there at that 3-acre piece of land. And so it means more to me than anything in the world. I couldn't sell it for what it's worth to me, and I would rather not have anything on that property and still have it, just to be able to go there. That's how much the magnolia trees, I know every square inch of it.
Yeah.
And
it's your roots.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so
let's talk a little bit about what you've put together
Okay.
here. Sounds like a great concert and everything. How'd you get all these guys together at the same time?
Well, man, this
that
is what
seems
happened. So
impossible.
I've never actually put anything together before.
Okay.
And this is really an accident, actually. I think this is one of those things where the Lord just kind of took charge, and I let him do it. And I just followed whatever's going on, I'm along with it. You know?
He gave it wings, let it fly.
Man, since I've become sober from alcohol, I've really become present in the world, and I try to walk with the Lord every chance I get. Now, I don't attend a church, and I'm not a preacher or anything like that, and I'm not drinking now. That don't mean
doesn't
I won't
matter.
in the
It's all
future.
internal.
You know
that
what
whole
I mean?
spiritual thing's
I'm
internal.
sure I can screw it up somehow, but yeah. So my church is one-on-one with the Lord, man.
There you go.
I have a spiritual connection, and so I was just filming a video about, hey man, I'm fixing to flood again, Yeah. And this time it meant something else to me. Before, it was the house I was in that was flooding, but it was my parents' house that I lived at all my life.
Right.
Now it's my house. They're dead, and I have the place. And so, in their honor, I've never actually. Well, plus I just wasn't ready emotionally to have to deal with things. So I left everything the way it was. Like if they came back tomorrow, they could walk in the house and everything's right where it is.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to go through dresser drawers and look at
I
stuff.
got you. I had to do that.
Yeah,
It was
so
tough,
I'm like, man,
yeah.
I'm just leave it the way it is.
Yeah.
Well, this flood this time made me have to do that, So it was a weird closure experience for me. It was, just wasn't really emotionally ready for it, but. So I was just making a video, man, and I just said, hey, this is happening too many times. We don't have anybody to help us in town. I play music for a living, and I can get my friends together. We'll put together something and try to raise money. That's about the extent of it. And that was just really speaking off my mind and not really, I never thought I'd be here sitting at this table talking to you about Flooded with Love this Saturday,
I love it. Yeah.
So I never put anything together, so I really don't know, man. And it kind of went viral in the community, and then I have people reaching out to me, hey, we want to do it. What can we do to help? And Matt Gray and Jason Dunn, we had a meeting. They said, hey, man, we want to get behind this 100%. We want to help you make this happen. Yeah. And really, I just, ever since meeting with those guys, it's kind of just taken off. And we have MSED that's come in to help us, H-Town Dream Center. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I just don't want to start naming
the best
everybody
people
because I'm sure I'll
involved,
miss somebody. But the whole community's come together, all the local leaders.
That's great.
And I really think we can use this as an opportunity to make this an annual event and really create something that will benefit the community.
Okay.
And bring not only some relief to these families that can't afford to do it on their own, but also some direction. A lot of times money might not be the issue. People just don't know what do I need to do first,
Yeah.
And there's steps you got to do, And so we want to just try to help people out, and really with all the things that are going on in this world, man, there's enough bad things everywhere, every day that you have to see. This is just one thing that is not that. So if you want to be a part of something that is sprung out of love and good faith and something that's just going to make your own personal community prosper, then Flooded with Love is an event that you can get behind and would feel, good about giving $1 to, because that money is going straight back to this community to make sure that it is taken care of. And we can use this opportunity for a community to get together. If you don't know each other, you can get to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
And, we all have to live together. We might as well, let's make it into a family, man. Let's just care for each other. Let the community grow as a whole, and try to do things to help each other every day, man. It doesn't have to be like the news every day. That happens all over the world, and it happens here also. But I think if we can come together and just try to love each other and help each other prosper and benefit, I think we'll be better off as a group and as a town, really. And this is just one thing that we can use. It's just a tool that we can use to do that, while we're raising money and helping people out that need a little help.
Okay, cool. So is it donations, or how's it working?
Yeah, man. Well, so we have tickets for sale for the show.
To get in the show. How much are the tickets?
Well, they were $30. I think they're dropping them down to $25 today, because we had a major anonymous donor give us $25,000 yesterday.
Hell yeah.
So
That's great.
we're trying to raise $100,000, and we're on our way, and I think we're going to get real close to it. And, I really think it's a miracle, because we didn't have a location until 3 weeks ago. And this thing had to come together fast.
That's how it happens,
yeah,
though.
man,
It just comes together quick.
So we haven't had time to promote it. We're up against the wall on time.
Yeah.
Couldn't really. So I reached out to about 17 different artists, and I had the commitment that they would come and they would do this for me.
Cool.
And then it was, what's the date? Well, I didn't have a date.
Mm-hmm.
I had a bunch of yeses and no dates. So once we found the Saturday that I was available, which was this Saturday, is the only Saturday for the foreseeable future. If I'm lucky, I'm touring for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So I narrowed it down to my friends that could commit to yes and to this day. And so that's Sonny, Ryder, Bree, and myself. And they're coming in.
That's going to be a good show.
They're coming in completely free to do this, man.
Yeah.
And they didn't want any money whatsoever, But I felt like it was right to at least cover their cost, Because even though I, as an artist, as Sundance Head, say, hey, man, I'm going to play this show for free, well, I'm still going to bring Dave and Dustin to accompany me on stage. And these guys love me, but they're in here to make some money.
Yeah.
You know what I
and
mean?
you
They're
got,
the band.
and you got sound, and you got everything else.
So there is a budget. There is a budget, and I came up with the budget. Like I said, I never put anything together before. So really, I was just, when it all started to come together, people that knew what they were doing, I would listen to them. And I started fielding text from everybody. Hey, about, what, bang, bang, bang. And then I was, who do I send this text to? That's pretty much how it went for me.
Yeah.
They would hit me up, and I would send it where it needed to go, and then it started to kind of grow like that. And then next thing you know, man, we're about to plug this thing in on Saturday and see if it lights up. Hopefully it does. And I'm just real excited, man, that, like I said, I've said this many times, if we can come together as a community, really, to help one family, just one family, get back in their home and get their life back in order that can't do it on their own, then I think it's a huge success.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, and rebuilding all that stuff's expensive.
Yeah, man, it's expensive. And these fly-by-night carpenters, man, I was in that trade for a long time. I used to work in that, and these guys, man, there's a bunch of good ones.
Yeah.
But there's a few bad ones, and
gotta vet 'em
unfortunately,
out,
those
man.
are the ones that pop up every
Gotta vet
time
'em
you hear
out.
about it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, so but we're gonna have some T-shirts made that say "Flooded with Love" on them,
Okay.
and I've had some stickers donated. They look real nice. We'll be giving away some things, but we've been selling VIP tables. That's really where it's at. We want you to come out. Obviously, we want your money, because that's what this is all for. But
how much is a VIP table?
Well, you're asking me. I don't even know that, man.
Okay.
You'll have to go on Sundance Head. If you go look at the Facebook with the blue check, there's a link on there, and it tells you everything you need to know. And now, the reason I don't know right now, I don't want to say off the top of my head because it might not be right. because
Just a fast moving
yeah, because
deal.
in the beginning we wanted
Okay.
to raise $100,000. We needed to sell this many tickets at this price. We needed this many VIP tables to cover this.
Okay.
You know, and it seems like the more like this donor that we had yesterday that gave us the money, he's anonymous, but that money is going to shrink the price now of the ticket. So tomorrow I believe we're going to release the tickets for $25 instead of $30. So everything's slightly going to decrease in price.
$30 is still a good deal.
Man, $30 for 4 bands.
Yeah, that's great.
And you know that money's going straight back to the community.
Yeah.
You know,
So is there going to be food and all that?
there is. We got some food vendors
Okay.
out there. As far as I know, everyone's donating their time. Obviously, they want to make a profit, but they're
Sure.
donating back a percentage. You know, so
Okay.
everything's on the square, man. You know, when this started coming together, I knew we had to have a nonprofit. So I talked to my wife, and I'm like, well, man, maybe we should create a 501.
Yeah.
You know,
Hard to do. Yeah.
well, yeah,
in
it's
a-
hard to do,
in a
but
pinch.
but really,
Yeah.
after talking to people that are smarter than I am, I think it was better that I don't even see a dime. I don't want a penny to come across my desk.
Yeah.
I will never ever see a single dollar that is raised because I don't want any part of that. I want
Gotcha.
people to know that this is a 100% transparent deal that's going on here. You know, we're not taking your money and going to Cancun. I like Cancun, you know, but you know, and we're not. You know, this money is going to. It's intended for the community. And that's 100% what we're trying to do. You know,
Okay.
obviously, once the cost is off the top, it goes here. Now, the H-Town Dream Center is going to be the ones that are going to allocate where it's going to go.
Okay.
They have they're put together. They've been doing this for a while, so they know how to do it. You know, you fill out a form. You go through a process of application like anything else.
Sure.
You get accepted, and then we help you guys out.
Okay.
Now, what I'm really interested in is I want to see the finish. After the show, when we raise this money, I want to see the finish. I want to see where did it go, who did we help. I want to talk to them. I want them to tell us what went down.
Yeah. Do a couple
And
videos.
then we'll know
It'd be
what's
great.
yeah, right. I mean,
Yeah.
that's so.
Yeah.
And like I said, man, hopefully, you know, it'll work out and we can make this thing an annual operation.
That's the way to go.
You know, it can only be something that we could use to benefit ourselves, to grow as a community. Like I said, to grow our community family. It can help the elected leaders. You know, if everyone's doing things the right way, then it's a wonderful thing to be a part of. You know,
Absolutely.
just got to keep it righteous, brother.
Sounds like a great idea, man.
It does.
You
It
know,
sounds
just-
great.
Yeah, I mean,
I hope it all works out.
inspiration always freaks me out because it just comes out of left field.
Yeah, man. You know,
You know?
it's so unplanned and unintentional, but sometimes those are the greatest things, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. Like that guy that invented Hardy Plank.
Yeah.
It was a mistake.
Was it?
Yeah, it was absolutely not what he was intending to do. He's like, hey, stuff is hard.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
yeah. I go, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a great idea. Let's put this on the house.
Yeah. And yeah, that's what I have on my house, and hopefully it'll last forever. But
Yeah, man.
we'll see.
It is pretty incredible
Yeah.
stuff, man.
Okay.
We need to come up with something to make a lot of money like that.
All right, so I want to make sure that everybody knows where and when.
Okay,
So it's
it's,
going to be
Saturday.
This Saturday.
That's right.
Okay.
Saturday, June 22nd.
Okay.
New Caney, Texas, Bull Sallas Arena
Okay.
from 5 to 10.
From 5 to 10 p.m.
That's right. Now, you can come
That's
a little
gonna be
early
great.
and start poking around if you'd like.
Yeah.
I'm really not sure if the band kicks off right at 5, you know what I
Okay.
mean? Or I'm not real sure how that's going to go. But
Okay.
hopefully we have an itinerary and we have a plan. So,
And y'all are accepting just straight up donations.
absolutely.
You don't have to go to the
You
event.
don't have to go,
you can,
man.
You can go on the website or whatever.
Yeah,
and-
that's right. You can
Okay.
you can live on Mars and buy a virtual ticket to the show, and
Okay.
that ticket money goes straight to the bottom line, and you can feel great about it. You don't have to go nowhere.
Sounds good.
You know,
I love
And,
it. It's a great
yeah,
idea.
man. Thanks, dude. And we're thankful. We're real thankful you're a part of it. Thanks for letting us come
no
and talk
problem.
about
Yeah.
it. I brought my bodyguard with me today,
you
Brazos
go.
Riverhead. He's gonna get up there and shake a leg, and
How many songs you going to sing?
One.
he's just gonna
One?
do one song, but
Awesome.
he'll get up there and dance with us, man.
That's great.
Just really did myself.
Yeah, but talk loud, dude.
Yeah. He's got it. I can hear it. And
We
it's
can hear
good.
you, man. You're good, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, man. Thanks for coming in,
Yes,
and
sir.
we'll get this information out to as many people possible.
That's great,
So-
man. Appreciate that. You guys have a great day, and help your neighbor if you can, man. That's what it's all about. Even if you don't like them.
That's it. That's it. I mean, I like things like this because anything that strengthens this community is awesome as far
Absolutely,
as I'm concerned.
man.
And this is something really that is needed because we don't have anything like this
right.
here.
So why haven't we? Well, guess what? Now we have.
Now we do.
And it's going to kick butt. And we'll make sure that hey, and if we get to where we're really figured this out and we're helping people out and we can start branching out and helping other communities, then hey, that's even more better.
There you go.
Man, I just feel like I have a second chance in life, man, now that I've been sober from alcohol, and I've really been given a gift, and I understand it. And so I want to try to use it to the best of my ability, man. And really, I just want to try to do everything that I can do the right way and with the best intentions, from the smallest thing to the largest thing, everything I do in my life. And so, man, becoming sober, man, the hardest part for me was acknowledging all of the things in my life that I had neglected,
Yeah.
which go hand in hand with I drink because, and it's an endless circle.
Sure.
Yeah. And and it's because I drink, and then blah 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 blah. And I thought for a long time I couldn't live without alcohol, man, because I drank every day for most of my life. Most of the people around me did. And so
Yeah.
And so, man, I really just feel like I've got a new lease on life. My mother, she gave me life twice on earth is what I tell everybody, man, because she's the reason that I got sober. She was in hospice and dying at my house, and I went to visit her one evening, and I walked in, and she said, I'm laying here dying, Sundance. And I said, yes, ma'am. She said, but I feel like you're the one dying. And then she told me why. Yeah, man, it was tough.
That's deep. Damn.
I know it, man.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
life-changing deep.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, but, man, so I'm thankful, man. So I'm just wanting to be a part of everything I can be that's, on the up and righteous and just fulfilled with happiness, man. That's what I wanted. That's what I just want to be happy, man. I just want my community to be happy. I want everything to be good. I'm very passionate about life. Like I've always been passionate, man. If I was going to drink, I was going to drink it all. If I'm not going to drink, I'm not going to drink anything.
There you go. There you go.
But I found I've got so much more time and I've got so much more ability and really there's a lot of things I can do to help people and to help myself, and I just feel like I'm going to do it every chance I get, man. So this is just one of those things that popped up accidentally, and hopefully I got about 100 things in my life that's doing good for somebody, and that's just the way I hope it goes down for me for the rest of my life.
There you go, man. Yeah. Pay it out as best as you can.
That's it, man. Not expecting to get anything back. That's where the trick is.
That's it.
Yeah.
And
if you get your ass kicked and you lose, but you're giving it 100%, it's a lot easier to handle. Yeah. But if you lose in the game and you didn't give it your all, man, regret is something that'll eat your lunch.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's right. So live without it.
There you go.
Live without it, man.
That's it. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. So let's all get together and let's go to this concert. I'm gonna go. Gonna bring the missus. I'm gonna bring Mark Hogan with me too.
All right, man.
He likes music, and we'll see if we can maybe, I don't know, pour a Coke down his throat or something.
Nice.
So yeah, there's gonna be food. There's gonna be everything. So get to meet your neighbors. Get to meet some of these elected officials. Hear some great music, and see some new and up and coming artists as well. So
that's right.
It's gonna be a good deal. See you there at Bull Sallas Park. And that's between 5 and 10 p.m.
5 and 10 p.m.
this Saturday, the 22nd.
That's right, man. Flooded with love.
Flooded with love. All
great
right.
title. Great title.
Sundance Head. Thanks a bunch, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll be in touch. All right.